How Meghan Markle has freed Kate Middleton to become the queen she's destined to be. Meghan Markle has been winning raves and non-stop headlines for her fashion choices, her feminist speeches, her PDA with Prince Harry and her pregnancy glow during her first royal tour to Australia and the South Pacific. Clearly, the California-born former TV actress is comfortable being a new global superstar. Meanwhile, her sister-in-law Kate Middleton has been back home in the UK, continuing her more low-key but self-assured return to royal duties after taking 6 months maternity leave following the birth of her third child, Prince Louis, in April. It turns out that Kate's recent moves may be more consequential than Meghan's in the long term. That's because Kate is married to William, second in line to the British throne, while Meghan's new husband Harry was bumped down to sixth in line of succession after Louis was born. Once William becomes king, Kate becomes Queen Catherine, Queen Consort officially, Town and Country reported. The Duchess of Cambridge also is the mother of at least one other future monarch, Prince George. And it looks like, after 7 years of marriage and numerous royal appearances, she's grown comfortable with this senior position, especially with Meghan taking over the princess-in-training role with her marriage in May to Harry, according to Vanity Fair. Royal observers added to Vanity Fair that Meghan's arrival into the firm gives it 4 massively popular figures as its representatives to the world, just as Queen Elizabeth II enters her mid-90s and Charles reportedly takes over more of the duties of being head of the family. Kate is now fully a senior royal within the apparatus, no longer the commoner who's just married into the royal family, Vanity Fair added. That's now Meghan's position. It's a huge turning point, Susan E. Kelly, owner and editor of the blog What Kate Wore, told Vanity Fair. I think this is where Kate gets to make her mark. In certain ways, Kate's seemingly more confident moves since returning to royal duty show the influence of her new sister-in-law, the Duchess of Sussex. Since marrying William in 2011, Kate has been seen as a bit prim and proper in what she wears and how she presents herself. To the royal press corps, she has often come off as standoffish or haughty. Meghan's demeanor, on the other hand, is more relaxed and down-to-earth, probably reflecting her American upbringing and her experience in Hollywood. The former Suits actress and humanitarian certainly knows how to work the press, the cameras and the crowds. Vanity Fair and other publications noted that Kate's first royal outing since returning from maternity leave allowed her to show a more relaxed side, as well as an interest in supporting disadvantaged children. She visited inner-city children at a London wildlife garden and school. Rather than turn up in a modest-length skirt, with her signature nude pumps and pantyhose, she came dressed casually in jeans, a khaki jacket and leather boots. During her visit, she was photographed bending down to bond with the young children and to read them a story. Kate followed up that photo op by showing some rare PDA with William at Princess Eugenie's October 12 wedding at Windsor Castle. She let William put his hand on her back at one point, while she rested her hand on his upper thigh while watching Eugenie marry Jack Brooksbank in St. George's Chapel. Kate also showed up in what Vanity Fair called one of the most fashion-forward dresses of her career, a tweeder denim with a shoulder-bearing asymmetrical neckline, at an October 10 solo appearance at the Victoria and Albert Museum. Finally, she dazzled last week at a state dinner at Buckingham Palace, wearing an ice blue Alexander McQueen gown and the Lover's Knot tiara, a favorite of the late Princess Diana. The Alexander McQueen gown also was sleeveless. Kate hasn't worn many dresses, including evening gowns, that show off her slender arms. Meghan, however, has shown less traditional modesty when it comes to fashion, sometimes baring her shoulders or going sleeveless, including recently in Australia where she wore an eco-friendly US-made sundress with a thigh-high slit. Meghan, with Harry, also easily ditched royal protocol, removing her shoes to join some surfers, mental health advocates on a sandy beach. Kate, on the other hand, kept her shoes on while visiting another sandy beach in 2014, The Express pointed out. A couple of years ago, you might still have seen Kate being a little bit timid, Kelly added to Vanity Fair. Now, she seems like she's in a more take-charge position. I'm beginning to see the person who's going to be the queen emerging. Caitlin Menza, co-host of the Royally Obsessed podcast, added to Vanity Fair, "After that long break, Kate has certainly come back with a bang. I think that's what she's trying to convey, I'm back, baby." Royal observers put aside any ideas of a behind-the-scenes Kensington Palace rivalry between Kate and Meghan. Vanity Fair's royal correspondent Katie Nichols said that Kate actually is quite grateful to Meghan for relieving her of some of the relentless scrutiny that comes from being in the royal family. "People who are often saying, well, is she jealous of Meghan? She's really not," Nichols said. "Kate is happier in her life now than she ever has been," Nichols continued. "She has everything she wants. She has William, she has 3 beautiful children. She is where she always wanted to be.